will feature 9 of these rounds of Swiss. And then tomorrow we will follow it up with the last 2 remainings and then the cut to our top 32 duelists. But we see Emanuele starting things off with the wanted right away.
Yeah, I mean, always having a top 32 tournament always reminds me of when we were playing, and I remember how tough it was to make it to the top cut, and having 11 rounds of Swiss means that maybe an 8-1-2 record should guarantee you top cut. So it's a long run, and here for sure starting things off on stream as the reigning back-to-back Italian national champion must be something that to be proud of, but at the same time Lorenzo has always been proving us how a player is throughout the past years at European level. I think he's only missing the world appearance.
Yeah, definitely one of those players who might be obviously in good contention for making it to the playoffs later on in Berlin at our European Championship, and let's see. But I'm pretty sure that knowing how pride is of being Italian, he would like to keep this title once more. But yeah, here we see this Diabell Star opener, where we are gonna transition right away into the Azaminas. We haven't seen much of this deck ever since Snake Eyes got severely hit by the Forbidden Unlimited list, but it's still pretty strong, so let's see.
Yeah, I think we've also highlighted the how many different decks can be played throughout the format, and over the past events I always felt like there have been so many multiple decks, and you really can show off at an event playing wherever you feel like it's the most consistent deck. At the same time also you can surprise your opponent. So.
And yeah, with this we are in a very good shape, and we do reveal the deck that we are playing to our opponent. Let's see what the plan is. We have managed to set up
I don't know if here Lorenzo was asking his opponent on how the dynamic worked, because I mean, he's a super experienced player, but still maybe you're not super familiar with the White Forest, and the Tails is now being activated, so he can add back 1 White Forest monster from his deck to the hand.
And now, since he discarded the Residuous Pulse, he can set it once more on the field. And now we're gonna follow it up once more. I mean, overall, this is one of those decks that could suffer if you were not able to set up the Ilia Silva from Nibiru. But the card has really fallen off in popularity. Neither duelist is even playing it at all in main or side, so makes sense why they would at least give the deck one more try. And yeah, now we're gonna summon the Sylvie.
I feel like if you're Lorenzo, do you know where to activate your interruptions? Because you may not be super familiar with the deck, right? So it's I really want to see how he plays this out. And here comes the field spell, the Witch of the White Forest, and I mean, he's slowly improving his field card by card. And I'm really curious to see on how he wants to end up with, because now he can, I think, extend this even further after having added the LZ to the hand.
And yeah, finally comes the Ursiela, one of the best Synchro Masters in the deck. And yeah, it doesn't seem like Lorenzo at the moment is interested in interrupting. You have mentioned that he has quite some Bestials, but yeah, not the easiest thing in the world to do here, since we do have the protection from Ilya Silva. And it is important to mention that the order does matter a lot, because when you activate the Witch Field spell, you can special summon Dark Monsters then from the actual deck, but if you first summon those Azaminas, it's all good. So. And here comes the Tales of the White Forest. Usually, I'm taking a look at the deck list, because yeah, it's actually quite a different approach from what we have used to see from Lorenzo. You do mention, I mean, Kashtiras, but usually he likes to play a lot of field-breaking spells. This time around, no, he's full on the Entrap train, and it's quite surprising that he hasn't used any yet.
Oh yeah, there's it.
Yeah, okay. Doesn't really play any, I guess, Metal Thronos, but not quite for this matchup specifically. And here we see the curse. And then we had Marian and full spell and trap end.
And also has first bullet goods. What a hand! Because I feel like Lorenzo's not playing any Nibiru, right?
No, any at all. And he's not really. He's only playing the one copy of Talent, if we want to consider it as also a possible going second card, I guess. But yeah, full of bestials, which would have been okay, but either he is saving them or not quite interested in using any at the moment. No, we didn't send.
I think he added the Philia, yeah, which is now activated, and Lorenzo's allowing everything, so
yep.
Either didn't draw any single interruption, or maybe he's just waiting for the right moment to activate one, but doesn't seem like it, so looking promising for Emanuel, who is now activating the Diabelis. Well, it's good because he can set back one of his from the graveyard, and then basically he can send another one from the deck to the graveyard. Yes.
And here comes the other piece of this nice combo, the Vengeance, which can be special summoned back from the graveyard. Yeah, that's a really good setup.
Yeah, that is very promising, and I think maybe the only interruptions that Lorenzo may have had were bestials, but
let's see if we are gonna see some bestials here. It would be a great spot.
I think so.
And yeah, we see
exactly.
one. Let's see if we want to negate it, though.
How many is he playing?
I think at least 6. Yeah, 6 copies.
6. Yeah, no, but I think it makes sense because in this format, like I think bestials will really give you what you're looking for, especially not only in the Miller match, but like in some matchups like this one. And here you can tell that Emanuel is thinking about it.
Because he also has a... Is that Trust? Yeah, I think so, right? But no, okay. It does allow it to resolve, which is gonna shut down a lot of these interruptions. The Vengeance would have been really good to summon. And now we can trust. I guess Black Goat is an option. Let's see. We also have Talent. Yeah, a lot of great options, I guess. So maybe I'm fine with allowing it. And yeah, we're gonna get a draw first, and then given our options, we are gonna then decide what to use Thrust on. What an opener.
Yeah, I think you couldn't have asked for more, especially because your opponent just activated one bestial, and here comes the thrust. And I mean, I think you go for the triple tactics talent.
I would say so as well.
And you can have a look at your opponent's stand if you feel like, or draw 2 cards. So I think it's
yeah.
It really depends on what he's holding on, but yeah, just thinking about it, it really depends on.
Yeah,
what it feels
I think
like.
he's in between this black goat. Okay. Yeah, I think maybe, I don't know if he was thinking about it. Because often if you use thrust during your own turn, you can only set. And maybe, I don't know, it seemed like he didn't think that since the bestial was there, he could also add a spell. But, I mean, we'll see. Black Goat is still quite a solid option, and it seems like we are all done here.
Yeah, he has another one as mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah. Quite to be expected.
Yeah, now play is given to Lorenzo, and he really has to navigate quite a field, honestly. It's
yeah. So this Sylvie was chained, shuffling back Terziela and pretty much stopping the Ball Drake for 1 turn. And let's see. It's quite a threatening field. 4 monsters, 4 spell and traps. He knows about the Black Goat Loft.
okay. Set 1 and normal summon the Chessy Cat. Do you think he's trying to force his opponent to activate any interaction here? Because he's just went straight away for the Chessy Cat. So I'm wondering if he wants to force him out, but I think he might have allowed Lorenzo. Oh, okay, he allowed him. Okay. And banish Maliss in the underground to draw 2 cards.
Surprising in a way. Maybe already has the other copy.
Tough. Okay, he enters battle phase.
And we are gonna put it face down thanks to our slumber. Pretty good card, essentially a Book of Moon for special summon monster that then you can recycle from the graveyard. And yeah, Lorenzo is just gonna have a read, and yeah, that's going face down.
Yeah, I mean, it's searchable. It's like almost a lost wind. So.
And yeah, we attack over the Sylvie, and we move on to main phase 2. Unless we want to use a bestial now, we could. Yeah, makes sense. And we respond.
Yeah.
Ooh, with the Dominus Impulse.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
From Lorenzo, but immediately Tributing to negate. Do we have something else?
And yeah, thanks to the Diablo's effect, here is able to bring up on the field the Silvera. And this one as well is very good because basically it would have allowed him to flip face down all his opponent monsters. But that's not the case because thankfully for Lorenzo here.
Yeah, we have the 07. So yeah, it does resolve, puts face down the other Bestial, but 07 resolves. And now we can proceed to main phase 2 and try to play it out. We are basically aware of the black goal loss. And that's a great.
And this has become a very nice addition to the Maliss deck.
Yeah.
You know, the backup Ignister. Here you can basically big special summon, and you can also add one Dark Cyber's monster.
Yeah. So usually either you get more Maliss or you can just go into the other Ignister, the Wizard, and special summon both the Chassis Cat and itself. Let's see.
I mean, we have seen players sometimes playing all this recopy of Ignister without even playing the Wizard. But Lorenzo is playing both the 3 backup and the Wizard, which I think makes sense. But here you can tell that he's having a thinking about it. It really depends on how he feels like his opponent is gonna to interrupt him next.
Very hard fought game already, almost 20 minutes down the line just for game 1. What a way to start the day. Not easy.
Yeah, especially because like when you enter in such a tournament, you can expect the first rounds to be very difficult, not only for the tension, but especially for the decks you can face. And maybe you cannot be super prepared against those, right? Even though you are the current national champion. I mean, you can tell that still, you know, Emanuel is putting Lorenzo in a very uncomfortable position. Because, I mean, his starting end was impressive. And I think he's just holding the goat here maybe for the Dormouse. But does Lorenzo have another? Okay, no, he has the March Hare. Which it's another layer with, and I think this is, I mean, I really like it because the more name you have in your deck, the better it gets. And here essentially, yeah, you can bring back the Dormouse. Here it can get complicated for Emanuele because now we can tell that Lorenzo is back on track. So it's just, Emanuele is just considering whether to respond to this, but I think he might have allowed this. So
yeah, it's interesting where he wants to use this black goat, because he had the option of stopping one of these Maliss monsters, but it seems like maybe we'll prioritize some Link instead. Lorenzo almost put the one binder, but then came back. Yeah, changed his mind completely. No. Tricky one. Is it red ransom or is it white binder? And he goes back to his original plan.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that Lorenzo is really, you know, taking his time, trying to understand which the best move can be. and he might have played hours and hours over the last weeks with his friends and testing. I mean, you can tell that you know, the first round of the national championship, it's something that you really want to take care of. And you know, in such a tournament where it's the top 32, every win counts. And also, this is something that I think we will see maybe often during this weekend. Is it's time, because this is essentially the second turn of the entire match, and we're still almost 20 minutes remaining on the round. But I really feel like that Lorenzo here really wants to do his best and come back, because still, you know, Emanuel with 2 face down cards.
Yeah. He's gonna set back the 07. There is a lot that he can still do. I mean, worst case scenario, there are some interesting line between the bomber, is on the topologic bomber, or also just access code into bringing back the binder. But he just needs to play around this black gold love that he knows. And yeah, now we get both traps that we play in the deck. We have already used the 07 this turn, but we can use the 06, I guess. And yeah, here comes the question. Is it access code or bomber? No, instead we are gonna drag it on a bit longer. Makes sense. And yeah, we go for the second Linguribo into the wicket.
Yeah, Lorenzo is really trying to navigate this, because now with the white binder gets to draw 1. Yeah, it's paying some life points, but that is the price, you know. It's gonna be difficult, but you can really tell is he really wants to make sure not to make any mistake at this point.
I don't know, I'm still a bit shocked about the black gold not being used earlier on, because now there is the Linguribo, which keeps it in check, and maybe this could have been prevented a bit better. And yeah, you can tell that now Lorenzo is playing quite fast, accessing the ransom as well.
And also, do you feel like Emanuel is just keeping the black goat for, because like he hasn't used it yet, so yeah, here comes the access code talker.
And we have not yet used, so we won't be able to respond. And this is gonna clear things up quite a bit. And yeah, there goes that black goat, which has never been used. Well,
Yeah, I'm still I mean, I think that should have been used before, for sure. Maybe it was thinking where to activate it, and then in the end, it just maybe it was too late to do that.
And yeah, Lorenzo still making sure he doesn't miss any possible play from his opponent.
I think it passed, right? Because yeah.
And yeah, this is what we were saying. You can only use one of the two effects, and since you already used the effect to put it face down, he couldn't bring it back. This is quite relevant because if he were to set it, then he cannot use the effect to put it face down. Yeah. So he can use the effect to put it face down now.
Yeah,
but it's quite different because obviously you cannot use it now. And yeah, this is as being caught. But yeah, now plays back to Emanuele, and wow, what a game this has been.
I mean, I think Lorenzo really tried his best to stay into this one.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I really feel like this is far from over because, you know, Emanuel is still trying to push and continue playing, and, you know, there are almost 16 minutes remaining, and the one low in life is Lorenzo at the moment.
And still plenty of plays available. Just has to be careful about the order of things. Again, if he's gonna shut down his own extra deck by activating this field spell that is just searched. It seems like he's gonna think about using now the Black Goat. Yes, interesting.
Ooh. Really curious to see what he really declared.
Yeah, maybe the ransom itself, not quite sure. Going through the motions.
And also going through his extra deck just to make sure.
Yeah, counting the levels, making sure nothing is missed. And we might see an interesting one. And
Is it
here
the,
comes the snake eye, no?
Yeah.
Vengeance Dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't see this every day, I would say. But it's a very nice card because you can basically target one Fezan monster on the field and place it in its owner's spell and trap zone.
Yeah, but it is basically able to also get rid of more, but yeah, Lorenzo has seen enough. He now moves on to flip his 07. And here comes 06. So it's gonna gain some life back, a special summon the White Binder, and yeah, this is looking quite promising for the reigning champion. Trying his best to keep at bay the aggression from his opponent, who now moves on with an Ash Blossom to stop the field spell. And the deception will be used.
Yeah, I mean, Emanuel is still trying to figure out how he can push this one even further. It's not gonna be easy now, especially the way Lorenzo navigated this. And here got the Deptors.
And pass.
Oh, okay. Well, here looks promising, honestly,
Yeah,
for Lorenzo.
it's great.
Yeah.
The only issue is time, because this is still game 1 and there are only 13 minutes left. Will we have time?
Yeah, this can be one of those matches where maybe only 2 games will be played. So, and considering that you need to pay life points with Maliss, you know, it can be risky for Lorenzo.
Yeah. And here you can see that Emanuele was a bit nervous because he tried to chain, but since he said okay, the 07 banishes at the resolution, so you don't even have the chance to chain anymore. And yeah, this is just a matter of time at this point. But it can be risky because this could totally also end in a draw, and that's not quite the way you want to start things off. I mean, if you're Emanuele, maybe you take it against the back-to-back champion, but...
Well, especially, you know, after such a promising start, to be fair.
Indeed. And now we move on. Summon the Cryptor.
And yeah, usually once the Cryptor gets summoned,
Yeah,
it always means that we're almost there. And yeah, here maybe the only thing that could save Emanuele is trying to figure out whether he has another turn or not. So to scope and go to game 2 as soon as possible. Because then it will be very complicated, especially because like Lorenzo here is just trying to push as much as possible, drawing out the 2 cards with the Hare, taking it back, and here the card advantage is...
yeah, through the roof.
Yeah. I mean, I think here it's just a matter of understanding on. Cannot heal this one out right now.
Here comes IP.
Oh, there's the Magnamur.
Yeah, Magnamur is there. So yeah, this seems quite enough, possibly. Yeah, and Emanuele picks up his card. So game one up. There we go. Lot of spells in the end. And again the wanted, just like game one. But Lorenzo, no, allows it. Perfect.
Are you afraid there's a universe in which this game 2 ends in Emanuele's turn?
It could. It could. There are ways in which you might try and gain some life points right away, so it can be tricky. I mean, maybe he's just okay with the draw again. I wouldn't blame him, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know that you are never gonna win the game, might as well take the draw rather than the loss. It's quite relevant given that, as we've mentioned, and as you can see on screen, we're gonna have 11 rounds of Swiss and top 32. So 8-1-2 record might be enough, so. All right, so we set up the Curse of Diabell, which allows us to search our deck for a Diabell spell and trap. Are we going to see the draw after this resolves? Big question.
Nope.
Doesn't seem like it. So the Filia is there. And draw would have been really good actually here.
And time is becoming a thing because almost 4 minutes remaining on the round. And there's still plenty of action for Emanuele.
Do we respond to this?
I mean, you can tell Lorenzo's thinking about it. He may have some interruptions.
An Ash, maybe.
Yeah.
And there is the Ash Blossom. Interesting choice. Do we have enough to push through from Emanuele? We're gonna use that black with. Is it going to resolve? We have discarded the Azamina Adapters from our hand. And we get the Deception. Ooh, and we follow it through with Tales of the White Forest. Yeah, this draw and lock would have put in so much work. Pretty much all cards searched in this end from Emanuele.
Yeah.
And we get the Sylvie.
It would have been great. But here has mentioned, I really feel like this might end in Emanuele's turn.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's too bad in a way, because the last card in hand, I think, is Lancia.
Oh, yeah?
I'm pretty sure. So that would have been a very nice opener. And yeah, we access the field spell. Can we find a way to gain some life uncontested? Here comes the Witch. It means, once again, no Dark Master can be special summoned from the extra deck. Quite big. Shuts down most of the Azamina cards. Here comes maybe an impulse. No, gonna hit the field. Means we might just access again as we are doing the vengeance. Do we have a bestial? Let's see. A lot of possible responses from Lorenzo. 1 minute remains. And there comes the impulse. Big one. As a reminder for the end of the round procedure, since Lorenzo won game 1, if this game ends with both players at 8,000 life points, he will still be the winner of the match. So Emanuel needs to deal some damage in these remaining 40 seconds or gain some life points. Otherwise, it will be the reigning national champion advancing in the one with a 1-0 score. Here we go. Oh, wow. So this would have been nice a bit earlier, actually, because Jurai Shin says that each time your opponent activates a card effect, you gain 300 life points. But if time is called now, that won't help. And there it is. Wow.